Hey, what's up? It's Uncle Some Puppy. I just finished day 2 of Evo. Man, I gotta rewind back a bit, but back when I was about 16, I'm 30 now. I'm old. But back when I was 16, I used to I heard it I played Tekken 6 with my ex's brother, and he said, "Andy, you gotta check out this game. It's called Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's coming out." And I said, cool. So when it came out, I said, I don't know. I watched some gameplay, and the first gameplay footage was this tournament I saw. And I saw Yipes playing, and Yipes had the death stare that Yipes gets. And I remember kind of giggling at that, but then watching Yipes play, it was the coolest thing I ever saw. And that made me want to pick up the game. And through that game, I learned my quarter circles, my Z motions, my super motions. I learned most of what I could, and then I played Blaze Blue, and I'm like, this game's cool too. Maybe I just like fighting games, and I kept playing Tekken 6, and without learning any Tekken combo, like Tekken style combos, relaunch, all that good stuff, relaunch, wall stick, all that. I was just doing frame traps and mix ups, but man, I fell in love with fighting games, and then I heard about this tournament called Evo. I was like, what the heck's Evo? And they're like, it's the biggest tournament ever. Your favorite games are going to be there, Melee and Marvel. So I booted it up. I watched it, and I just felt so excited. I fell in love, man. I fell in love with the Evo experience. And 14 years later, I'm here, right? I'm here. I'm watching, I watched, I've seen it all from stuff like Evo 37 to modern day stuff like Will It Kill, all that. And nothing compares, man, to being here and seeing some of the people you met online, your heroes, your friends, all of that, getting to, there's 11,000, there's 11,000 people here, and they're all like me. I'm not the weirdo right now. Like, I'm not the guy who plays fighting games. I'm just a person who plays fighting games in 10,999 others. It's I feel so unalone, and just it's so crazy how many people I was just playing Strive, but how many people I walked up to playing Strive and was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And they were like, "Hey, how you doing?" And we just talked, and it was just, man, man, I made so many friends, and just this Evo was like made for me. Marvel got me into the game, and they brought Marvel back for the Evo I could attend. And there's so much other shit. Skullgirls was there with a really cool booth. And I got Squiggly cards. I love Squiggly, my favorite Skullgirls character, one of my favorite fighting game characters. I got to do cool, and then it came to actually playing in Evo, and I was like, listen, just don't. My main goal was don't go 0-2. And I win my first match for 3-0. And I was like, all right, we did it. And we did it kind of nice. I'm like, okay, next goal, go even. All I got to do is go even. I go to my next match. That's another 3-0. And I'm like, man, this is great. And they tell me I'm playing some person named Garlic Bread. And I look them up. And they're the best DBZ player, one of the best DBZ players. And I'm like, oh man, they are going to be fundamentally sound. And, and of course, shout outs to Garlic Bread. They got fifth. They got fifth at Dragon Ball Z, which had, I think, something like 800 entrants or something crazy. It's insane. They're still correct. But the thing is, I had to play them, and I'll tell you what, every round one of those 3 games we got to play on stream. So another Evo bucket list, be on stream at Evo, off the bucket list. I took those round ones, and I got to do cool Faust shit, right? I didn't do everything I could, but like I tried my best, and and I lost, but I got to losers, and I was up against a chip, and I got so scared, and they were They weren't the easiest games in the world, but I still made it 3-0. And man, it just going positive at Evo my first time was so validating. All this hard work, all the effort I put in, it all made sense. And I ended my first day 3-1. And the next day I had a bad matchup and I played bad too. Like, if I was playing good, probably it could have been 2-3 or 3-2. But playing bad, I wasn't gonna win that. But I didn't care. I got to go around to all the stands, and then you know what I did? I went right back to friendlies, and I got to play I got to play a good amount of friendlies. With people younger than me. I got to meet an aspiring Faust. It's like, yeah, I'm still trying to get my mix into like do 5K or close slash into another mix combos. And I said, you got this. Just take that 20 minutes in training mode, get it done. And yeah, and I met a young kid there with his mom. He's playing Nago. He's not bad. And I told him, keep it up. You can do it. You'll get there. Don't you worry. And I got to play against, a Ram who kicked my ass. I got to meet a bunch of GER people, shout outs to Tanak, shout outs to Suno Winner, shout outs to Fourface. I got to meet Fourface and a boy. Talked with a boy a bit, talked to Fourface a bit, and I got to meet Dwarl and play with Dwarl. Shout outs to Dwarl Warberry, That was such a fun time. And yeah, what else is there? And I had people root me on when I was on stream from home, and I got a new stick. Shout outs to the JLX, baby. We're going next level. But and then I got to watch my favorite game, Marvel. I got to see Ray play a Marvel in person, front row, and I got to see Nage play in Strive, in person. And it was incredible. It was so cool to get to watch my favorite players and cheer and go nuts. And I got to watch, no offense to Ryan LV, super good player. I'm sure a very nice person. But the very last Evo going to like kind of more of a stall tactic team, very, very stall team / well, I'm going to stall. And then if you slip up while I'm stalling, I'll take a combo. But point being, a team I wasn't super thrilled about, right? I wanted to see Chris G or Ray or someone like that win. The people I watched, from the start, I watched them play, and it was just but to watch him versus Mondau, I'm running out of the names. It's been a long day, but get to watch them live and the crowd going nuts, and then getting to see the Dragon Ball finals and the crowd going nuts, and to get to be part of a yell. It wasn't a Cell yell, so, damn, what are you going to do? But it was the Gogeta yell, where you're pretty strong. It was, man, just, this Evo was made for me. Skullgirls was there. I got to play Project L. Project L, super tight. It's going to be so much fun. And it's going to be one of those games you can pick up in an afternoon, but it's going to take you a long time to master it. And that's the right on the balance, right? My fiance's, I love my fiance. She's supporting me through all this. She said she was gonna miss me, but she's like, you got to go to Evo. She's like, you love fighting games so much, and and it's good to get that out there. And tomorrow's grand finals designed for me essentially. We're starting off the day with Marvel, one of my favorite fighting game to watch ever. And then we got Tekken, the game that got me to play fighting games, in the first place. And then we got Strive, the game I love right now. I love Strive right now. It's so much fun, even if I play Faust. So, man, I'm almost at tears. One more drink with dinner, I'd be crying right now. But shout out to all the people I met, all the people I saw. I got to tell Ray, thanks for helping me be into fighting games, because I used to watch NLBC every week, and you're my favorite Marvel player, no matter what. I got to meet Ankle Gator and be like, dude, that box is sick. I love I love the storage box. There's so many things and so many stories, but to shout out to all the people, and I got to hang out with Rain and Drax, and Crouching a good chunk of the weekend. It's been so fun. you know, I got to meet so many other people too. I'm gonna post a list later, but man, I'm just so happy. I hope this isn't too big for Discord or Twitter, but man, the only regret I have is that my GER jersey didn't get here in time. But hey, GER was technically on screen at Evo for 4,500 people, right? And that Cool Faust was doing cool things. So I'm proud of what I did as Faust. Even if I couldn't take a game off garlic bread, I took some rounds, right? There was no 2-round games, right? It was all 3-round games. And and if my execution was on point, maybe I could have beaten that Axel. And later when me and Dwarl played, it was a close 3-1 because Dwarl's playing Oscar now. But hey, taking that into consideration, I could have been top 150 or something. Who knows, right? But you can only play the games you're given. Axel's rough. And even if I'm playing on point, it's still a rough matchup, especially in a high pressure environment. Day 2 Evo nerves, right? But I'm so happy. I got so much cool merch. I got this. Let's see if I can show it off. I got this cool poster, 2.5 million players, and it's signed. I don't know if you can see it. Where is it at? It's on here somewhere. It's on gold marker. Okay, it's on by the players. But there you go. It's signed by the voice actor of Nago. That's so sick. I got a Faust keychain. I got the fiance and Axel keychain because she likes Axel. But this shit's gone long enough. I just want to say to anyone who sees this, thank you for being a part of the FGC. We got something beautiful. It's a place where we can all feel like we belong. People who want to improve, play, get better, and be challenged all the time. And, people who just want to see cool stuff and do cool stuff, So, I appreciate every one of you. If you've ever entered a GER, being a TO gives me such joy. Honestly, even the weeks where I'm like, man, I don't want to go post in all 20 Discords I got to post in to try and get people in here. It don't matter to me. It's been such a fun time, and it's, I hope I did GER good, and thank you guys all for entering and being a part of it and being. And me and Nexic never expected to make a little mini community. You know what I mean? We got people now who want to run the GER tag in tournaments. I'm like, sure, we can't give you money, but if I ever see you, I'll buy you a sandwich. The sandwich sponsorship is real. And I mean, people have said they want a jersey, so maybe if my jersey turns out good, right, I want to make sure the quality's good. But if the jersey turns out good, maybe we'll start up a Raven.gg page, where people can buy GER jerseys. Shit, I don't care. I want GER to be a thing that everybody feels like they can be a part of. Whether you started the game 12 hours ago like Paro did, or whether you're a long-time gamer, hardcore person, and you're slaying out here like Izzy or Suno or Macmens or Plantain or Damasaur, any of our G3R winners. You know what I mean? I hope you feel like you belong, and I hope you feel like you got a community that's got your back. But all right, I swear I'll shut up now. All I got to say is I'm so excited for finals tomorrow, and hey, Evo, let's go, baby. All right, man, I had too much wine at dinner. Have a good night, guys, and make sure to take care.